Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for March 17th, 2025. We've got an Adventures and Dual Set Base Kingdom today. Adventures and Base Dual Set Kingdom. I can speak. And got Chapel Trashing. We got Witch. We've got Throne Room and Coin of the Realm for plus actions. Militia, attack, draw from Storyteller, Witch, Pathfinding, no plus buy. Okay. So we're obviously going to get a chapel. We can save an estate with it. There's no reason to, but there's no reason not to. Yeah, it doesn't believe. All right, so we probably want to save an estate here. That's more relevant. And just pick up a silver. We talk all the time in these base kingdoms about like merchant and getting a silver, and then merchant ends up being not relevant. But here, we've got chapel. Merchant is totally, like, at least has the potential to be relevant. And like silver is fine, and save I think is more valuable than getting a poacher or militia. I mean, you could hope not to have the terminal collision, but like if we get a bigger trash off with chapel, or like not even bigger, but just better, it's still like really valuable. So, well. Shit. Are you kidding me? This is horrible. All right. Watch us get militia'd here, but I think what we're going to do is save an estate and buy a Coin of the Realm. Okay. Ugh. Absolutely detestable. Well, let's just trash 2 here. Oh my god. That is so. I did not deserve this. That's so ridiculous. Great. Frickin', this is so, like, I saved specifically. And they didn't have terminal collision or anything. This is so fucked. Oh god. All right. We can hit 5 here. I'm so mad. Would we rather hit 5 or would we rather be playing militia? Like, we do have a Coin of the Realm. So, I mean, we can only use that every other turn. Ugh! Maybe we get the relic first. Is it more important for us to get another Coin of the Realm? Maybe. Yeah, probably. Frickin' stop. At least they haven't played the witch yet. Oh, right. Alright, now we have two of them. I guess we take another merchant. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Just discard the chapel. I guess so. If we want to get a militia, we could save this copper, you know, so that we can then discard it later, but yeah, sure. We do need to start doing that. It's fucking Alright. Now we get a do we get a witch? I mean, we can play 3 terminals a turn, so I guess so. Yeah. I don't know if this is correct, but oh, we could buy pathfinding. That actually seems quite nice on the merchants. And then we don't see one. I call Coin of the Realm just to trash a copper. I mean, we are going to get another one down, is the thing. What are we going to buy? I mean, it could definitely just be another merchant. It's pretty good with pathfinding. It could also be a throne room. Probably should be throne room. Oh, what is this hand? Alright, we could save the curse across the shuffle and get another merchant. I think I'd want to do that. This is so ridiculous. We've got 4 throne rooms. At least they bought gold. Shouldn't need to do that. Especially with no plus pi. They have 3 relics? What? I get one more throne room, maybe? We don't. Do we not have a coin on the mat now? Shit. Oh, it should be coming up though, I guess. Let's get one more throne room. Found all the curses. Might as well save one of them. And I mean, Peddler Lab might be the best card for our deck. Yeah, it probably is. god! This has been insane. Absolutely insane. Well, guess we're throwing the witch. Oh. We can't even trash all these curses. There's no real reason to worry about Throne. Hey look, we're drawing deck. Well, I guess we're ready to buy province. I mean, pathfinding to the rescue. Like, I don't know what else we would do. I think we're near guaranteed to find something else to throw in here. Did they throne room? Definitely not bad. Wait, hold on. We should save the merchant. We don't need the money. They did not get to province or anything? What is happening? I don't understand. Definitely have more merchants down there, but I guess, I mean, we can only save one of them anyway, so. I guess we discard the silver. I mean, there's no way we're not getting around to it, right? Right? Buying duchy? What happened? Well, I guess this time we're not going to need to save a merchant. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I guess. Okay, get rid of all their curses. We top decked Witch and something? Throne Room. Well, that's fine. Yeah, if we ever don't find our silver, we won't have very much money. But I don't think it matters what we save here. Chapel versus province. We could draw like a couple provinces. I guess this should probably be throne room. Yeah, kind of like this. We still have province money, though. And that's the ball game. We never had to use that coin of the realm again, either. That was unbelievable. What the start and the finish. I like, how did the AI not have a functional deck? Too many throne rooms, not enough things to throne, looks like. They didn't like trash stuff, like good stuff with no. What? What were they doing? Like, they had such an advantage, like, early with that, like that turn 3 was so bad. It's like, what? And then they opened. That's a lot of turns. How many turns? 24. Yeah. No plus buy. And lots of attacks. So they drew, they drew an almost perfect hand for turn 3. Especially because they wouldn't have wanted to see the militia on the turn that I had 3 estates and no chapel in hand anyway. And then they got to militia me, like, not into my chapel hand. That would have been absolutely... Well, I guess it would have only cost me 1 trash because I had save. No, that's not how that works. Never mind. No, it would have been absolutely devastating. But if they didn't player 1, but they did get me on this hand, which was a better hand to hit me on than this hand. This hitting me on this hand wouldn't have really mattered. I guess it would have a little bit, because I wouldn't have been able to both save an estate and buy a coin of the realm. But yeah, they didn't have terminal collision with the double terminal opening. And I mean, I guess to be fair, like, save has the potential to alleviate that, except that, like, if you want to play chapel, not really, because you're going to trash stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should have thought more about that aspect of things, though, as, like, you can open chapel militia and then say, like, play, if you see them both, you play militia and you save chapel. And saving chapel into a larger hand does make it a little bit more likely that you trash more estates. But it does depend. Like, if you see them turn 4, for example, then you don't get any value from that. And I did like, saving on turn 2 is just really nice because you get to, like, have the potential for that bigger trash, like, right away, except then obviously that didn't work out. But either way, you get a relic and then a witch immediately. It's like, they should already be, like, super winning. They get a coin of the realm, which makes sense. They've got 3 terminals. And then they get a throne room. I mean, at this point, that still does make some sense, because, like, if you can throne witch, that's really nice. So they get a second relic. This is bad. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess I can see the logic of, like, you know, it's a weak board. I only need so much money in my deck. Relic, you know, oh, Relic is better than Silver. Except it's actually kind of not, because Merchant exists. And, like, Merchant is easy to pick up on low money hands where you've gotten Militia. So it's pretty nice. It's also a good pathfinding target. Like, Throne Room in general is a good pathfinding target, but you have to have stuff that you want to throne. Like, and they could have, they could have had that if they had gained different stuff. But if you're looking at this and you're like, okay, what stuff do I want to throne Well, I mean, early in the game, Witch, sure. But as the game progresses, Witch isn't the best target because it's terminal and it doesn't, like, compared to Merchant, it doesn't make you any money. I mean, it does draw as many cards as a pathfinding merchant, but like the pathfinding merchant is definitely still like stronger. I don't know. I mean, I didn't really speak to this, from the outset. I just mentioned, oh, pathfinding is here for draw, but I do actually think that merchant is just the best target here. I mean, I think you could. Well, the thing is, like, if you put pathfinding on throne room, then throne a merchant, right? You play throne room, you draw one card, and then you play your merchant twice, and you draw two more cards. So you played two cards and you draw them three cards. So you've increased your hand size by one. If you put pathfinding on merchant, you play throne room, you draw nothing, but then you play merchant and you draw four, and so you played two and increased your hand size by a net of two. So you like. Now, if you collide throne rooms, it's different, but again, because the throne rooms need targets, you only want so many throne rooms, whereas merchants you can just throw into your deck, and like they're always going to be making it better with pathfinding, even if somehow you don't find silver. So I think it was a bit circumstantial for me at the time, because it was like, well, I had these low money hands and I was like, all right, I'll take a merchant, and then oh, wow, I hit 8. That was unexpected. Let me buy pathfinding. Well, I have two merchants in my deck. Let me do it on merchant. It wasn't really any more like thought through than that. But I do think it is like legitimately a better target than throne room here. It wouldn't always be like, with another, like if the board composition was different, then putting it on throne room might make more sense. But I think here merchant is the better target. But I mean, they didn't have any merchants, so obviously they wouldn't do that. But what I'm just trying to say is they should have gotten some. I mean, here, I don't know. They had 5. I definitely wouldn't take relic. I mean, second witch at this point, maybe. Like they hadn't played witch at all. That I don't know if they'd drawn it without the ability to play it, like because they didn't have Coin of the Realm or what exactly. But like at this point, with no curses having been distributed, a second witch would be reasonable. But they never took a silver either. Yeah, I don't know. They didn't buy save this turn, so like I think, and especially because I probably didn't have a militia by this point. It took me a while to get there. I think they should have saved here and bought something else. I don't know. Like, honestly, save by silver might be better, just because, like, oh, I guess they didn't have. Well, they could have saved the estate. Yeah. Wait. Oh, they did have the witch. Okay, they should have saved the witch. Yeah, should have saved the witch, and then maybe just buy silver so that you can set up for merchants. Anyway, you don't need more than one relic here. Quite confident of that. And then they bought another throne room. And at this point, the only actions in their deck that aren't throne room are one militia and one witch, and then a chapel, which you're never going to throw in the chapel. So, like, why do you have 2 throne rooms? I don't get it. Like, throning militia's okay, but it's not, like, I don't know. It's like a non-terminal silver. Like, okay. An actual silver would let you activate merchant. Like, but you could also just take poacher if you don't want to mess with that. I mean, the thing with poacher is the curses are going to run eventually, so it's like, but yeah. And then they get another throne room. Yeah, see, I was so like, like, I don't know, out of sorts from the opening and the fact that I was just getting militia'd like every turn, it felt like, and then like also the relic stuff, and I didn't notice how poorly they were building their deck. Like, look at this turn. You draw 2 throne rooms with militia and chapel. Like, what does that do? And then they buy another relic. Like, yeah, it's very strange. And then this turn I buy pathfinding, and all of a sudden, like the game is like flipped on its head. You know, like I'm like feeling like I'm super struggling, and then I managed to line up like both of my merchants, get to play the witch, call the coin, play the militia, relic, and the silver, and all of that means I can buy pathfinding, and then, I mean, I guess not the very next turn, because I still drew a pretty bad hand the next turn, but like, oh wow, even this turn wasn't good. But eventually, it's like, oh, okay, now we're drawing, chapeling, we're doing stuff, and yeah. But anyway, I bought another throne room. So at this point, this deck has a witch, a militia, a chapel, 2 relics, or 3 relics? 3 relics, right? Yeah, they already had 2 relics, and then they bought another one. A witch, a militia, a chapel, 3 relics, and like 4 throne rooms. Like, what? I'm pretty sure it's 4, because they had 2 throne rooms. All right, hold on. There's the first throne room. There's the second throne room. There's the third throne room. And now they've bought a 4th throne room. They bought 4 throne rooms, and they literally only have 3 non-throne actions in the deck, even putting aside the fact that you wouldn't throne chapel anyway. Like, I guess there was the one turn I had like 5 curses, and I would have thrown chapel if I could have. But like, you have more throne rooms than non-throne actions. That is completely pointless. I don't understand. And then, yeah, and then they have like a terrible turn where it's like, oh, look, I have nothing but throne rooms in my hand and a relic. And you didn't even just like save? Like, what was this hand exactly? Relic, militia, 2 throne rooms, estate. And they discarded the militia? Why? What? I don't understand. Why? What? The bot's plays are normally not this baffling, even when I don't agree with them. Like, this just doesn't make any sense at all. Like, you just discard throne room estate, like, super obviously. Like, there's just not even a decision to be made there. Like, what? And then I would have gotten militia. Like, I don't understand. And then, okay. Here they actually, do a thing. And then buy gold. And it's so funny that that was what I reacted to. I was like, they bought gold? Like, you don't need gold. Which is true, but it's a better purchase than the extra relics or like throne rooms past probably the first one were. Like, it's actually one of their best purchases in a while at this point. Just really funny. I mean, they bought a coin of the realm in there somewhere. That's fine. Like, that makes sense. But, and then they buy a second militia. And I remember noticing that and being like, oh, I am getting militia'd less often. I guess that makes sense. But no, like, they should be getting draw. I mean, I guess the problem is if you don't hit 8 for pathfinding, then you're not going to have, like, it's going to be difficult to get draw. And of course they didn't have like a good pathfinding target, but yeah, this This is so much more baffling than I had realized. And then they buy another throne room. Why? How did they ever even hit pathfinding? No wonder they couldn't buy provinces. And then they finally get a poacher when, like, the curses are probably out. Yeah, I had thrown a witch here, and they didn't get a curse. So the curses were already gone, and they get a poacher. And then how did they even get it? Thrown witch to draw 2 relics, and also thrown militia. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But then it's like, oh, okay, good. Now we can, like, throne nothing except chapel. What? Oh, yeah, my gosh. This is one of the most, now that I'm looking at this, I totally didn't notice it as it was happening. I just knew that I was getting militia all the time, and my start was bad, but this is one of the most baffling sequences of play that I have seen from the bot. That is, yeah, extremely, extremely confusing. And yeah, I definitely should have been behind, but the deck they built just did not make any sense. And so instead we won, like, by a landslide. They got 1 province. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, I really I really liked the deck that I built. I mean, it was a little overkill in terms of how much money it had. Like 5 merchants, so 5 coins, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus the throne rooms. But, near the end of the game, we did only barely hit 8 the one turn, and obviously, like, the merchants were also draw, and staying reliable is really nice and all that. So, yeah, I thought it actually worked out really nicely. But yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess, I think I've said before, like, sometimes it feels like the AI, like, identifies certain cards as good, and in a kind of human-like way will be like, I want the card that's good. I want to put the good card in my deck without regard to, like, context. But I don't think a human player would do it this way with, like, a card like Throne Room, where it, like, very clearly depends on other things in order to like, do anything. Like, you have to have other stuff. I mean, you could definitely see somebody, like, getting too many throne rooms, but, like, literally having more throne rooms than throneable actions, like, that just what? Wild. All right, well, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.